This woman, 13 kids, bro. 13 damn kids. I'm over here throwing my charm on. You know what I mean? Flirting, bending over and shit. Hey, what's up, my cochinos and cochinas? I'd like to welcome you back to another fucking mukbang. Another fucking mukbang. Gang bang, finger bang, ass bang, whatever you want to bang. If you want to slang, if you want to play with your dang-a-lang, whatever. I don't really give a fuck, all right? Most of you that come to this video, you probably clicked off already because you're offended by cursing, you're offended by explicit shit, so that's good. I'm glad you left because you're going to be offended further if you keep watching. So that's the kind of videos I make. That's how I fucking talk, so you either like it or you don't, all right? Today, what we're getting intimately involved with is some McDonald's. I got a Big Mac and a large fry, and I also got an iced coffee. So let's go ahead and get intimately involved with the iced coffee first. Excellent. It tastes like it has about 175 tablespoons of sugar, but that's perfect. That's exactly what I need coursing through my veins right now, all right? Also, I got the Big Mac on deck right there, and I got the fucking papas fritas right there, all right? I'm gonna pour some of these fucking fries into the fucking box. I like putting long and skinny things into boxes. All right, so let's go ahead and take a bite of this fucking Big Mac. I get mine without onion because, just because. And also, I'm gonna give you guys a funny story time. I never wanted to tell this story. It's one of the ones I had to think about, debate with myself about, like, do I really want to tell them this shit? And I ultimately decided, yes, I want to tell them, all right? It's about the time that I tried really hard. Okay, so pretty much I tried to use my charm on somebody and it backfired, all right? So we'll get into that. Y'all know there's nothing like McDonald's motherfucking fries, right? Delicious. And it has about 175 teaspoons of salt. I'm not the biggest Big Mac fan. Like, I'd rather eat them. One of my favorite sandwiches from there is the double quarter pounder because I'm fat and I need more food than what the Big Mac offers. But there's a sale or a deal that says if you spend $1, you get a Big Mac for free. So I said, fuck it. I'll spend $8 and get a large fry and a large Caramel Frappe. All right. You guys want to hear about the time I used my charm and it backfired, right? All right. First, since I'm doing you that favor, do me the favor and subscribe. All right, let's go. So back in like 2016, I worked for a car lot selling cars. And I wasn't the best salesperson, okay? I keep lifting my glasses when I should just take them off, but I'm just gonna keep lifting them anyway, all right? I wasn't the best salesman. And I think it's because the best salespeople are very charismatic. they had like a confidence to them that I didn't really have, like a sales confidence. Like, not only were they confident in the product, but they're just confident in their ability to be able to persuade someone to buy, right? So me, I kind of thought all of our cars were pretty shitty. So it was hard. Okay, I give in. It was hard for me to really believe in what I was selling. And I think people kind of sensed that, you know what I mean? They're probably like, bro, come on. You're trying to sell me that junk. You don't even believe that yourself, homie. I actually had a guy tell me that word for word one time, and I was like, yeah, you're right, bro. Go to that one down the street. They're better. I said, fuck it, hey. I'm just being honest. But honesty didn't pay the bills back then, right? So anyway, it was a tough time in life. So I had to teach myself to be more of a scoundrel and dirtbag salesman. So I did. Oh, there's some bag fries. So I stepped my game up. I remember this one time. Once I stepped my game up, I started making sales pretty consistently. My confidence was up. I started believing that the shitty cars were actually good. And my ability to talk to people was unmatched. So, kind of like my old Tinder profile, unmatched. So this one time, this female came through. Beautiful looking woman, right? Everybody wanted to sell to her because she was beautiful, but she also had 13 kids. She brought all her baby age kids with her. If you're not old enough, you don't know what I'm talking about, but she got a lot of kids. And so, one of the most expensive vehicles on the lot was a super van that we had. It was like a 12 or 13, I forget what amount it was, but it held a lot of passengers in it. Well, it had to have been 13. Because it was able to fit all her kids plus herself as a driver. And so I was like, man, I need to find a way to get her to want to buy through me, not them. So, I turned on the charm, homie. I walked over there. I grabbed a rag. I bent over a little bit, started shining the tire, you know what I mean? See if maybe if that would catch her attention. I like yawned, but kind of moaned, like, you know what I mean? Just to kind of get her attention. That didn't really work either. But killed the big man, by the way. But one of her kids was right there. And he was saying something about comic books. And I knew a little bit about it. And I wasn't thinking on a sales tip. I was just like, oh shit, kid, how do you know about that? You're too young. How do you know about that? He was like, well, I do a lot of research and I like lots of comic books. He said it like that. And I was like, okay, well, that's cool. And then he asked me like some questions, some trivia questions. Like he was trying to test my knowledge, and this fool was only like 4 or some shit. So we were going back and forth. He was kind of getting on my nerves a little bit. But we were going back and forth, testing each other's knowledge. So I got completely distracted that I was trying to help the female so I can get the sale. But apparently she was watching me And she thought that was pretty cool. So she was like, hey, is there anything you could recommend to me for, fitting all my kids? I was like, well, I do have one that I think would be very spectacular. And so I ended up showing her the van, the super van. And the whole time I was like putting on my charm, trying to smile, showing my fingers and shit like that, just doing different things that would make her be like, oh man, just to feel comfortable. All right. You're not going to fucking believe what happened. This woman, 13 kids, bro. 13 damn kids. I'm over here throwing my charm on, flirting, bending over and shit, like doing different things to catch her attention, showing off my fingers and all that stuff, like trying to look just perfect in the sunlight. Then this dude walks in, and I'm like, oh man, that's her man, bro. Either way, you can still be a charmer, but her man walks in. Her man shakes my hand and is like, how you doing? I'm Rachel. I'm like, the fuck? Apparently, this woman who I was helping was a L out of the alphabet group, the LGBTQ. She was an L. And her lady who walked in was just kind of manly. So I'm over there putting all this effort in, trying to give her charm and stuff like that. And it wasn't even working. Now, none of her 13 kids were adopted. I guess she had been married before. And, the dude who gave her all those kids, I guess he just put in so much work, she needed a break from the pipe laying or something. So she went that way. But, nothing, hey, whatever floats your boat, whatever helps you bend over the horizon. What? So anyways, I ended up making the sale. Yeah, I ended up making the sale. And it was weird because a few months later, I got a random phone call, right? I looked at my phone and it said, not blocked, but it said, number unknown, right? But I kind of felt like answering it because I felt like kind of on the edge. So I answered it. And she was like, hey, this is so-and-so. Remember you sold me the van? I was like, oh yeah, how's that going? She's like, it's going great. Me and my lady broke up. I was wondering if you want to go have dinner. I was like, are you serious? She was like, yeah. I was like, nah, I'm good. Like, I can't do it. She was like, why? I said, I'm lesbian.